I'm saying this is the line. This is because we're using normal lines.
Welcome to the live stream, guys. If you're watching, I appreciate it if you hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. For the algorithm, of course, for the algorithm.
Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the United States.
Thank you very much, everyone. Great honor to have you. I know you've all been working very hard and very successfully. And it's a wonderful place, the White House. I want to begin, is Johnny here from World Cup? I want to thank you for the selection. And they just had a presentation in the Oval Office, and I thought this was such a beautiful, this is the trophy. This is the big deal. The World Cup is the biggest sporting event. And Johnny Infantino is my friend for a long time, and during my first term, we worked out a deal to get the World Cup, and then because of lots of interesting things that happened, I ended up being president. When it showed up, I was always disappointed. I wasn't going to make it. I was going to serve 8 straight, and said we did it the hard way, but maybe the more important way. So I will be with you as president, Johnny. So maybe you could just say a few words and show how beautiful the World Cup trophy is. Thank you. Yeah, sure, please.
This is
Yeah,
the famous key.
that's a great key.
You want to open it, President? Or
Well, you go ahead.
I go ahead. Okay.
I trust you.
So this is the new trophy of a new competition. It's called the FIFA Club World Cup. There's 32 best clubs in the world with the absolutely best players in the world. And for the first time in history, this competition takes place in the United States. Opening game on the 14th of June,
Right.
obviously, in Miami. Final on the 13th of July this year in New York, New Jersey. But it's not that. It's really special because it's a key, and because, as you can see, if I manage to do that, it's a bit tricky. It's like so. This is a trophy. It is a trophy which represents, and that's why I think it's interesting to show this trophy exactly in this tournament, because it represents the past, but it's also projected to the future. There is no other sports trophy which looks like that. It has engraved the history of the game, of soccer or football as we call it, the participating teams of the first edition, the stadiums, the beautiful stadiums in 11 cities in the United States of America where this competition will take place. So at the same time, past, present, and projected to the future. And if I may, President, say another 2 words, and then I let you work. I would like to congratulate the President and the administration for not only for the World Cup, the Club World Cup, the World Cup, and the great work done, but also for this initiative that you are speaking about here. If I may add something in this respect, I'm not an expert at all, but FIFA, as you know, is a brand which is globally known, a very strong brand. The soccer economy in the world is worth around 270 billion a year. 70% of that, Mr. President, is in Europe. So imagine the potential that there is around the world only in soccer if we develop it. And so FIFA is very, very interested under my presidency to develop a FIFA coin, to do it from here, from America, and to conquer the 5 billion soccer fans in the world. So if there's anyone here who is interested to team up with FIFA, here we are, together with the United States of America, and we will conquer the world of soccer with the FIFA coin. Thank you very much.
Thank you. That coin, that coin may be worth more than FIFA in the end. It could be quite a coin, actually. Anyway, thank you, Johnny. Great job. I just thought you should see this trophy because it's really, it's the biggest sporting event in the world, and we have it here. And we appreciate being selected. Thank you very much. You do a fantastic job. And welcome to the first ever White House Digital Assets Summit. I know that many of you have been fighting for years for this, and it's an honor to be with you at the White House. I want to thank the White House AI and crypto czar David Sachs, Treasury Secretary. This is David right here, in case you don't know. You know David. And the man who's doing a great job as Secretary of the Treasury, Scott Bessent, who's right here. Scott, thank you very much. Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick, wherever you may be, Howard. Hi, Howard. He's doing some interesting work right now with all that's going on. He's right in the middle of it and doing a great job. Thank you. SBA Administrator Kelly Loeffler. And thank you. SEC Commissioner Hester Pierce. Thank you, Hester. Acting CFTC Chairman Caroline Pham. House Majority Whip Tom Emmer. Hello, Tom. Representative Brian Stile. Thank you. Brian, thank you very much. Digital Assets Council Director Bo Hines. Good, Bo. Great job. And many other distinguished guests. We have a lot of very distinguished people around the table. Some of them will be speaking. I want to thank Marco Rubio also, who's right over there. And we have tremendous people very interested in this subject. And last year, I promised to make America the Bitcoin superpower of the world and the crypto capital of the planet. And we're taking historic action to deliver on that promise, as you know, around the table. Yesterday, I signed an executive order officially creating our strategic Bitcoin reserve. And this will be a virtual Fort Knox for digital gold to be housed within the United States Treasury. That's a big thing. The federal government is already among the largest holders of Bitcoin, as you know, really one of the largest holders in the world, with as many as 200,000 Bitcoin obtained via civil law and various other forms of law, and including enforcement actions. These existing holdings will form the foundation of the new reserve. Unfortunately, in recent years, the U.S. government has foolishly sold tens of thousands of additional Bitcoin that were worth billions and billions of dollars had they not sold them, but they did sell them, mostly during the Biden administration. Not a good thing to have done. From this day on, America will follow the rule that every Bitcoin knows very well: never sell your Bitcoin. That's a little phrase that they have. I don't know if that's right or not. Who the hell knows? Who knows? Who knows? But so far, it's been right. And well, let's keep it that way. The Treasury and Commerce Departments will also explore new pathways to accumulate additional Bitcoin holdings for the reserve, provided it's done at no cost to the taxpayers. We don't want any cost to the taxpayers. In addition, my order directs federal agencies to conduct an inventory of all crypto assets currently held by the U.S. government and determine how they can be transferred easily to the Treasury. Non-Bitcoin digital assets will be held in a new U.S. digital asset stockpile where they will be managed properly. My administration also is working to end the federal bureaucracy's war on crypto, which was really going on pretty wildly during Biden until the election came about. About 5 months before the election, he became a big fan because he heard how many people were in favor of it and how many people love it and respect it. But I guess it didn't work out too well for him. People understood what was going on and paved the way for groundbreaking innovations in institutional finance. Under the Bitcoin administration, regulators strong-armed banks. I mean, they really did. They strong-armed banks into closing the accounts of crypto businesses and entrepreneurs, effectively blocking some money transfers to and from exchanges, and they weaponized government against the entire industry. But I know that feeling also. Maybe better than you do. All of that will soon be over, and we are ending Operation Choke Point 2.0. You know, some people really suffered. It was ridiculous what they were doing, but in the end, they came around, but they came around for the wrong reasons. They came around only because they wanted votes, and they saw that tens of millions of people were against them because of what they were doing. I also want to express my strong support for the efforts of lawmakers in Congress as they work on bills to provide regulatory certainty for dollar-backed stablecoins and the digital assets market. They're working very hard on that. This is a tremendous opportunity for economic growth and innovation in our financial sector, and will really go a long way. I think it's going to be a tremendous, we feel like pioneers in a way, of tremendous method of growth. And things are very much tied, and we want to keep it that way. The US dollar long into the future. We're going to keep it that way. I hope lawmakers will send that legislation to my desk before August recess if they can. And they're very much working with you, and you know a lot of them, and a lot of them were committed right from the very beginning. So I just want to congratulate you all for being at the White House today, and a man who knows more about Bitcoin and AI and just about everything else than anybody, David Saxon. I'd like to have you say a few words, David.
Thank you, Mr. President. We're all here today because of your leadership, your vision, and your generosity, and I really want to thank you for that. We're also here because of your desire to make America great and to introduce a golden age in America, including for digital assets. And we're here because of your love of innovators, or as you might say, high IQ people.
Yeah,
We know you love high IQ people. And we have about 30 of them here in the room today. These are the top people in the digital asset industry. And one other thing that I think that you love is legal fairness. This is an industry that was subjected to prosecution and persecution for the last 4 years, horrible lawfare, and nobody knows what that feels like better than you do. So we really appreciate the fact that you understand legal fairness and that you're always willing to fight for the right thing, for legal fairness. You never back down. You stand defiant, even in the face of an assassin's bullet. It's an inspiration to everyone in this room, I think. So it's an honor. So I just want to say it's an honor to work for you. It's an honor to work for a president who works every day to get so much done on behalf of the American people. Your administration is moving at tech speed. It's really amazing. It's actually faster than any startup that I've been part of. Is that your administration moves even faster. So I just want to say thank you for having me be a part of it. I've enjoyed every minute of it. I love working for you. And thank you again for this opportunity.
Thank you, David. Very much. Appreciate it.
And now I just want to pass the ball to Secretary Besson.
Scott?
David, so today, when President Trump has signed the executive order to establish the strategic Bitcoin reserve and stockpile, we're going to position the United States as a leader among nations in the digital asset strategy. It's important for the United States to recognize this fact and get ahead of the other nations in the digital age. We applaud the president's direction to use the digital assets already in possession of the nation, and we are going to establish this Bitcoin reserve. We will use this authority to augment the asset side of the United States balance sheet. As I've said many times, President Trump is creating assets for the American people, while most past presidents have created debt. And a large part of this asset program can be in digital assets. We are going to end the regulatory weaponization against digital assets. The Biden administration's actions did nothing other than punish innovators. And that all of you have made it here today is really a testament to your fortitude. Much of Treasury's responsibility in this order relates to the tax code and determinations around risk weightings. And I'm here to assure you that we are going to work with the controller of the currency, the IRS, and we're going to rescind and amend all applicable previous guidance. And we are going to put a lot of thought into the stablecoin regime. And as President Trump has directed, we are going to keep the U.S. the dominant reserve currency in the world, and we will use stable coins to do that. Thank you.
Technology is at the foundation of the Trump presidency. He understands technology, he embraces technology, and he's going to use technology to drive America forward. The blockchain and Bitcoin technology are a key part of that thinking, and embracing that, and here today shows how much a leader the Trump administration and our president is. He understands it, he embraces it. As you said, you're a pioneer in this place, and this is where we're going. We're using the blockchain, we're using Bitcoin, we're going to use digital assets to pound forward, and Donald Trump is leading the way. Can't be more proud of you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Bill. Kelly, go ahead, please.
Thank you, Mr. President. This is truly a historic day, and as a crypto founder, I couldn't be more proud to be part of your administration. You're moving at the speed of tech for sure, and I will just say it's a great day to have the war on not just crypto, but the war on innovation done. And under your administration, we are truly going to enter into the golden age. And I'll just say, as the administrator of the SBA, small business is a tremendous network that crypto can be deployed against. And so the SBA is open to crypto. So I look forward to working with all of the leaders in this room to advance your efforts here. Thank you.
Thank you, Kelly. Thank you very much. Tom, please. Well, Mr. President, I want to say thank you. I want to thank you for the amazing team that you put together. I want to thank you for David. I mean, this kind of a meeting, no one in this room could have envisioned this just a couple years ago. You are the one that has the vision. You're the one that said, we are going to do 21st century finance right here in the United States of America. I've been doing this for 9 years. It is amazing how far we've come, and that's a credit to you, Mr. President, and your leadership, and God bless you for doing this, because it's going to make a huge difference with everything else you're doing. And by the way, Americans love it. They're going crazy. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Tom. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Go ahead, please.
Does anyone want to say a couple of words? Cameron or Tyler, do you want to?
You're very shy in front of the
Actually,
camera.
Cameron, I think you said something earlier that I thought was really profound. You said that a year ago, you thought it would be more likely that you'd end up in jail than at the White House. Not to put you on the spot, because you didn't do anything wrong, but that was the environment a year ago. But do you guys want to say something? Either one.
Sure. That was actually Tyler who said that. but
Sorry, I still get mixed up.
But yeah, we never thought that we'd get attacked the way we did in our backyard after trying to do the right thing for so many years and always trying to raise the bar with respect to regulations. So it's truly wonderful to see how things have changed and how the pendulum has swung back in the way that it has. And we've always felt that the U.S. should lead in Bitcoin and crypto, and it's ours to sort of lead and win. And it's just wonderful what President Trump has been doing with this, and we look forward to working together. And thanks for inviting us, David, and setting this up.
Thank you. Thank you both. Please.
I was just going to say thank you, Mr. President. Cameron takes credit for a lot of my things I say, so it's not the first time. But the U.S. won the internet, and the U.S. should win crypto. So thank you for your leadership on this.
Thank you both very much. high IQ individuals around this table. That's what I always say. We need high IQ. So thank you very much. Would anybody like to say anything? Please.
Yeah, that's the World Cup project.
I just want to express my deep gratitude for the seriousness with which you're approaching our industry and how you're actually helping guide it in the right direction. I work with many central banks in other countries, and when I was working there, I was wondering why I, as an American citizen, can't help the United States financial system reach this higher level that the world is on course towards generally. And so I'm very grateful that finally there's been a new level of kind of common sense and adoption of these ideas. Me and the other people in this room do believe that the crypto, blockchain, Web3 infrastructure is the next iteration of the financial system. And I think that the US should have its leadership position continue in that new financial system. And I'm very, very happy to see people like David Sachs, Secretary Bessent, Secretary Lutnick taking this very seriously with their time, and very grateful them too. So I'm just overjoyed to see this. And I think it is a big part of how the US can continue its role in the global financial system. So thank you.
Thank you very much. I thought it was very important that we stay in the front of this one. This is a big one. And as you know, China is pushing forward and very strongly as usual, but we're way in the lead as we are in AI and other things, and we want to stay there. So I thought this was very important, and we have some brilliant people sitting around this table. And it's an honor to have you involved, but we want to stay at the forefront of everything. And this is a very important day in your lives. I know you worked, some of you, very long before people really understood what was happening. And so I congratulate you, but this is a big day. Being in the White House is a big deal, and you have great support. Thank you all very much. Thank you very much. Thank you, Chris. Thank you very much. Thank you, media. Thank you. Please. So I will be with you as President, Johnny. So maybe you could just say a few words and show how beautiful the World Cup trophy is. Thank you. Yeah, sure, please. Yeah.
The famous key.
That's a great key.
You want to open it, President, or shall
Well, you go ahead. I trust you.
So this is the new trophy of a new competition. It's called the FIFA World Cup. The 32 best clubs in the world with the absolutely best players in the world. And for the first time in history, this competition takes place in the United States. Opening game on the 14th of June,
Right.
obviously in Miami, final on the 13th of July this year in New York, New Jersey. But it's not that, it's really special because it's a key and because, as you can see, if I manage to do that, States of America where this competition will take place. So at the same time, past, present, and projecting to the future. And if I may, President, say another 2 words, and then I let you work. I would like to congratulate the President and the administration for not only for the World Cup, the Club World Cup, the World Cup, and the great work done, but also for this initiative that you are speaking about here. If I may add something in this respect, I'm not an expert at all, but FIFA, as you know, is a brand which is globally known, a very strong brand. The soccer economy in the world is worth around 270 billion a year. 70% of that, Mr. President, is in Europe. So imagine the potential that there is around the world only in soccer if we develop it. And so FIFA is very, very interested under my presidency to develop the FIFA coin, to do it from here, from America, and to conquer the 5 billion soccer fans in the world. So if there is anyone here who is interested to team up with FIFA, here we are together with the United States of America, and we'll conquer the world of soccer with the FIFA coin. Thank you very much.
Thank you. That coin, that coin may be worth more than FIFA in the end. It could be quite a coin, actually. Huh? Anyway, thank you, Johnny. Great job. I just thought you should see this trophy because it's really, it's the biggest sporting event in the world, and we have it here. And we appreciate being selected. Thank you very much, Johnny. You do a fantastic job. And welcome to the first ever White House Digital Asset Summit. I know that many of you have been fighting for years for this, and it's an honor to be with you at the White House. I want to thank the White House AI and crypto czar David Sachs, Treasury Secretary. This is David right here.
All right, guys. So it looks like that was it. And the results are out in red and green right now. The market has turned out to be really disappointed a little bit because the prices are trending lower. You can also see here my trades. I sort of just closed everything to wait and see what happens. Now, I want to make it clear. There is something going on. The summit has started. Trump went there to basically just make an announcement and show up. And then the rest of the people who are sitting there, including the crypto czar David Sachs and the rest of the Trump administration and the CEOs of different crypto companies, are there to now discuss this thing. So within the next hour, you just have to be in there paying attention, locked in, because I think something huge is going to happen. There will be a big announcement today. However, I kind of feel like the strategic Bitcoin reserve thing, it's not today. That's obviously the case right now, because if that was happening, Trump was going to take advantage of this moment and announce it because he liked big things. And it looks like the biggest thing so far in his books is the fact that he has signed an executive order to hold Bitcoin and not sell the Bitcoin that is already available right now. So that's, I think, basically the gist of all this. I hope we get a lot more positive news from the Trump administration, from David Sachs and all these other guys that are now involved in the discussions. But for now, it looks to me that this is the juicy part of the announcement. Now, from my perspective, I feel that the market is going to go downwards, because if nothing is going to come and save the market, because even with all these announcements, FIFA just announced doing their own coin, but still the market didn't really get that excited. It's actually been dumping as Trump was speaking. So I'm going to take this as a sign, and I will open a short position on Bitcoin. I will change it up. If things change also, then I'll switch my position. But for now, I think I'm going to put a 5x leverage short position on BTC, because, I don't think there is going to be any big news just yet at the moment. Until that happens, I will change my mind. But for now, I'm going to keep it like this and stay on the sidelines. However, I'm not going to leave my desk. I will be here watching every moment to observe what happens. But it's starting to feel like this whole event was a sell the news vibes, because as we speak, I'm looking at my Coinbase here giving me notification that Bitcoin is down 4% in the last hour. I think if this was a moment where the price was going to go up, it was going to happen as Trump is making those announcements. Like, if Trump couldn't pump it, put it that way, if Trump couldn't pump this market today with his speech, David Sachs is not going to do it. This cycle, you're right, Creative Thoughts, like this cycle is literally one of the weirdest cycles I've ever seen. The biggest moments to ever happen are happening right now, and the market is just like, doesn't care. The market just doesn't care. It does look like we're more likely going to go under. Now, I don't want to sound pessimistic about this, because once this whole thing is cleared out and action starts to show up, like, more announcements happen and we start getting, let's say, the Bitcoin strategic reserve is already there. The next thing they might announce stockpiling, starting to buy Bitcoin. That's going to send the market up. But I feel like this is the biggest moment for Q1 in crypto, and it feels like it's a sell the news. But after this, after a little crash of the market, I think we're going to now experience the biggest bull run ever, because all these forces now have to start showing up. We've got the United States now has already a Bitcoin strategic reserve. The next is going to be the GCC countries. There are already talks in Saudi Arabia, also here in the UAE, to accumulate as much Bitcoin as possible. And there are people who think we're back in the bear market. I think that it's not necessarily a bear market, but I think we're going to crash a little and then consolidate for a while until we see the comeback of the market. What happened? Video started over. Yeah, so Trump spoke and then he left, I think. And then, I think he got rid of the media and everybody who could live stream. After that, they will sit in a room and have a discussion. The outcomes from this discussion will now, the results will be coming out within the next hour, within the next 2 hours. So we just have to be in the sidelines still. What we can expect in this period is a lot of volatility. The thing is, the market is already showing you the signs. For the last hour, it has done nothing but crashing. It's just been going down, because the market was expecting maybe we might get the biggest announcement ever. That did not happen, guys. So if that didn't happen, it means that David Sachs has to come out with a major announcement. If he doesn't, this market is done for now. It's going to crash really bad, and we have to accept it. Guys, if you're watching, I would appreciate it if you subscribe to the channel. If you're watching from YouTube, if you're watching on X, follow me, Great BTC. I basically put out content every day on crypto since 2016. I've been in this market, and I post a lot of memes on Instagram as well. Great BTC, you can check it out. My page is the best with memes on Instagram, crypto memes, that is. And on X, I give regular updates on Bitcoin, but also I'm a huge meme coin trader and believer. So I share all that content over there. But also, I have a lot of good things you can get from me, a lot of bonuses. So if you want to trade crypto, whether you want to trade on chain or on centralized exchanges, I have a bunch of links on my YouTube channel in the description, but also a link in my bio on X, on Instagram. If you want to sign up for anything crypto, you want to buy anything related to crypto, use those links. You get a bunch of discounts. You also get a lot of welcome bonuses and free money. So take advantage of all that. Okay, Bitcoin starting to recover a little bit. Yeah. Alex is also on the sidelines, want to join the live stream all the way from Motherusky. So let me just bring Alex up right now. But what was the most what was the most surprising thing for me today was the whole FIFA. But I think this is going to be a meme coin. FIFA has been around in crypto for a while. They did the NFT collect during the World Cup. I was in Qatar at the time. I went to watch, and I sort of traded the meme coin. I mean, the NFTs they did, but it wasn't really anything big. They never really did like some kind of a big deal, you know? So I don't expect much to come from it. I think FIFA does not have enough juice to pump this market. What we need right now is money. We need money. We have to be like, right now we're in a Zelensky moment. We need money to be pumped into this market for us to win. So, you know, that is where we are right now. So yeah, as we speak right now, Bitcoin 86,430. I just opened a short position of $51,000 on Bybit, and I'm waiting to see what happens. Should the news change and we get a big pump because a major announcement just come out, I will be the first one to change my mind and switch it around. And Creative Thoughts, I agree with you. We probably should see Bitcoin at $95,000. That's what I thought as well, as that would be today's top. But Trump was the main guy at this event, the president of the United States. If he failed, literally the market was falling as he was talking. So if Trump couldn't get it up, I don't think all these other guys will basically say anything. What they will be discussing now is whether we should allow all these other altcoins. I think that if you listen to what Trump said, it looks like this discussion is going to be more skewed towards stable coins, because stable coins will give more power to the United States dollar. And one thing that Trump wants is a stronger dollar to basically make sure that they're dominating.
Because there is a sensitive thing. Hi, Habibi. If you can hear me.
Am I buying some FIFA coin? I mean a meme coin? I'm sure there should be a meme coin right now already.
I guess there is some kind of delay because I'm
rushed to buy that. I think because I was trading all the other.
Interesting.
I was trading Bitcoin on Bybit. Okay, there must be a FIFA coin on Pump Vision right now, I'm sure. Let's just look. Well, I'll just buy all the tickers that have FIFA in their name and see what happens.
Coin. In which crypto are you bullish? I can ask you. Easy. XRP,
do you know about China setting up the Bitcoin
and a couple of others
secretly?
Not very important ones. There is only like,
yeah, I think
those are
just
the main what complete my portfolio.
Of,
the rest is just some details.
Like Bitcoin by all these big
I'm
countries.
Holding some meme coins and some other things, but main.
I mean, when I was in Hong Kong last year, there was already
strong.
This rumor running around that China is accumulating because it's going to be another shit show of showing who has more Bitcoin. Who has more Bitcoin?
How can they do something?
And yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if that's what they're doing. So there is a FIFA coin here. Let's see. I don't think it's going. Okay, there are a few.
Oh, all right. No, this is live.
Okay, Alex is here, but we can't hear him. I don't know why.
Hey. 1 2 3 1 2 3.
Oh, I see why we couldn't see him. Alex, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I can't turn on the webcam yet because I have
so it seems like the people can hear you, I'm the only one who cannot hear you. So give me a sec.
I
I
can
see why
hear
I couldn't
you.
hear you. I can hear you now, Alex.
E1, Creative Thought, Cash, everybody, hi. Hi, guys. The next time, so Gray found a new website. Perfect. I hope we will not rock the next time. I can't use my webcam right now since I've already started my stream and it will be complicated for me to run it. You have to rock my stream to start my webcam all over. But
What
shall
happened
we?
to you? Do you have a video feed, Alex?
No, the problem is what I can't use it right now because it's already in use in my stream and I can't even turn it off. And so basically, if I'm starting my virtual camera right now, you will see what's going on. Let me show you. Wait. Cam settings. No, not this one. Edit. How can I change it? What's wrong with this website? Like this one.
By the way, I'm testing this platform called.
So I can only show you my stream, like literally the whole. I can be like this, but the point is what on my site everybody will only see my face and nothing else. So
you have a beautiful face, so I think they should be fine.
Hi everybody, guys. I've been missing you badly. The trenches are just too dry, so I changed my life and became the Bitcoin, XRP, Ethereum, and more and more and more adopter. I mean, how to say it?
How do you feel about the market, Alex, right now?
Fanatic.
It's a shit
Very,
show, yeah?
very predictable. Very predictable. Like I told you this, didn't I? I told everybody what will happen exactly. And it happened exactly how I told you. We are gonna hear some very good news. They will say the previous administration were trash. The new administration is bullish. We will support you from the bottom of our heart. We will help. You are in the White House, so be grateful. Yes, but nothing actually is making sense yet. So we will see. And I predicted what the price should go down. I'm still expecting we will witness a little pump because there will be the huge press time after this meeting. Definitely, they will make some interviews and huge statements. I'm expecting them. Michael Saylor, Brett Garlinghouse with CryptoTsar speaking about many stuff, and they can pump the price. But then for the next maybe even month, we are gonna go down. And have you here actually? Do you know why all the altcoins went down recently?
No. What do you think that is?
It's CryptoTsar who was telling basically what those coins was included in Trump's speech in Trump about reserve only because they got a major market cap. So they have no clue what they will do with it yet. When it's about Bitcoin, it's basically a digital gold and they want to acquire it as much as they can. But when it comes to the rest, they have no idea yet why and what they will gonna do with it. So investors kind of were like, all right, if you don't if you don't want to buy it, we don't want to buy it as well. So we witnessed a little drop in the altcoins. And when it comes to Bitcoin, there is only seized Bitcoin by now. So we're speaking only about couple of, I mean, how much are they holding? Like 90,000 Bitcoin?
Yeah.
The problem is what even China holding more right now. China is holding.
Yeah, that's what we just heard. I think, and when I was in Hong Kong last year, there was all these rumors of China accumulating Bitcoin, secretly, because whatever, it's just like AI, right? Right now, Trump wants the US to be the leader of AI and to have the most of it, and then you got these other guys also in China. They want to be the leader of it. And you've got Russia also, who is going to want to be power. So look, ultimately, the market is going to have the biggest bull run ever. Is it today where this is going to happen? No. Today has already been front run, but there are already events in the future that have not been front run yet because those decisions will be made in secret. And then those people who know they have a lot of capital and huge networks. They will start accumulating and stuff like that. However, something great came out. FIFA is going to launch their own coin, and I think the outcome of this, we're going to have a FIFA meme coin coming out. There's already one 40 minutes ago, FIFA coin, now at $2 million. I don't know why I didn't pay attention to this, but I think because I was focused on
the Bitcoin
trading
reserve.
Bitcoin on Bybit. Yeah, but also, trading the Bitcoin news and all that.
About Russia, though, they will never publicly say what we will have any Bitcoin reserve. Never, ever. It's just not the Russian play. They definitely hold some, 100%. They already have some. But the thing about Russia is what we've been basically the major mining country after the China. China was buying land in huge amounts in Kazakhstan and in a lot of countries like this, and Russia have so much land, especially in Siberia, where it's pretty cold, and you can install all the mining stuff in there. Electricity in Russia is super cheap.
Yeah.
Like, it's not even comparable with what are you guys paying anywhere in the world. Maybe we can compare it with Africa by the price. I'm not sure what's the price in Africa, by the way. And the thing is, what they definitely hold a lot of Bitcoin. Definitely hold, like.
Yeah, but the thing is, Bitcoin will become like AI, where you want to flex your muscle and your dominance, right? Like how much Bitcoin you have. So Russia will have to come, just like they brag, you guys brag about how many tanks you have and how many new technology for war you have. Bitcoin is going to become another asset like that, where everybody wants to be the bigger guy with a big Johnson. So they'll be like, you know what? We got 1 million Bitcoin as a country.
Right.
And there's different ways to get it, because they can confiscate you can tax your citizens to get more Bitcoin. You can also be hard on the criminals. There's a lot of seized Bitcoin in Russia also, in the hands of the Russian government.
They started using Bitcoin way earlier because like everybody knows, but sanctions doesn't work. Part of the reason is because of cryptocurrency. And actually what CIA did yesterday, and they blocked the major exchange, the major one, which was used highly by Russians to avoid avoid the sanctions, and everybody knew it, but they act only yesterday for some reason. They seized, I believe, $28 million from this exchange. They shut down the domain and all the things. And I mean, 28 million is nothing for the country, but it's pretty bad for the people who've been using it, because it's not the government money who lost it. It's just the people. My people will be angry. Government using the other ways. And actually, it's largely is used by, like, I don't want to start this topic, but everything you see in the internet, like all these evil guys you're thinking about, they was using Bitcoin for sure. It's not a question. Like, I want to discuss it, but out of this room, I will tell you.
Okay. So lastly, before we close, there is also Trump did another dramatic thing today. So he made an announcement. Besides the FIFA thing, there was another huge announcement here by President Trump, which is so he actually made another announcement regarding South Africa and said that he is now inviting South African farmers. Yeah, this is the policy change. South Africa is being terrible, plus to long-time farmers in the country. They are confiscating their land and farms, and much worse than that, a bad place to be right now. And we are stopping all federal funding. To go a step further, any farmer with family from South Africa seeking to flee that country for reasons of safety will be invited into the United States of America with a rapid pathway to citizenship. This process will begin immediately. What do you think of this news, Alex, and how is it going to affect
I'm waiting.
the world
I'm
economy?
waiting. I'm waiting so much. So the next tweet, please, somebody call Donald Trump and say there is no monetization in Russia, and Russia is being terrible for Russian YouTubers, and they was confiscating my computer and my camera, and please, Trump, just give citizenship for all Russian YouTubers who want to make it in America. The quick way, I'm gonna be the first one. I'm bringing Casey, I'm bringing my dog, I'm bringing my parents. As a Russian YouTuber who is struggling with views because I'm Russian, I'm pretty sure it's pretty racist. I don't want to be a part of it anymore. Yeah, I'm gonna sit
Look,
there.
Alex, I'm gonna kick you off the stream right now. I don't like anybody who complains by saying that something is racist. Stop it. We're gonna kick you off the stream. Don't complain, please. Don't be.
I'm racist. Well, I'm
don't
kidding.
be a victim.
I'm kidding, of course. I'm happy with everything.
No. We're gonna kick you off the stream if you're gonna complain about something racist.
Sure. But yeah, I mean, Trump is smart, and I know what he's doing. He and the US did it the long way before. They always are targeting all on the most of the brains and the high IQ people, and now they are struggling with actual farmers, what can do their work, and they definitely will do better with this starts. Yeah, like this is a smart play.
I think the same. He's just playing chess. He has seen that he's taking advantage of what's happening in South Africa. So he's like, well, in South Africa right now, there is a lot of smart people, a lot of labor, a lot of farmers, especially, who can do, it's cheap labor to him. They can do work that Americans don't want to do, or they don't have the skills to do it. So he just, Elon taught him that, yeah, you know what? We can steal those farmers from South Africa by using this kind of narrative and propaganda. And of course, because also in South Africa, the government has fucked it up so bad, making it easier for Trump to manipulate the situation. So he's going to brain drain by stealing all the farmers. I think he's not going to end here. I think they'll give them land, allocate land so that they can work on. They'll do it deals with the current farming infrastructure in the US.
Definitely. Yeah,
and they'll be like, yeah, you come here, because Russia did this already, by the way. Invited a bunch of farmers. I think it's from Zimbabwe. You invited those guys, allocated land, did some deals to be like, okay, you own 20% of the land, you'll be farming whatever, and that boosted the economy.
Isn't it crazy? What is basically returning to king times, where kings was giving away some percentage of the land to the families, what can serve for the king. But it's exactly. Always was like this, but with actual work. Yeah,
it's serfdom, exactly. You're gonna go to America as a farmer, you're gonna become a serf, a peasant. But at least he said we're gonna fast track some citizenship. So you're basically gonna be working as a slave in America on the farms, so that you can earn your citizenship or whatever. It's the same. I mean, you can rebrand it, but the principles never change. It's the same play, really. Interesting. I mean, you can't blame the guy. He's just doing what's best for his country. But I feel like SA, South Africa sort of fumbled what's going on, right? They could have handled this better. And I will tell you, the biggest problem right now is like Trump, as crazy as he is, he's smart enough to structure things.
Yep.
So he knows where his limitations are. And he surrounded himself with smart people. Look at David Sachs is not an idiot. It's definitely very
for sure. No, he is smart.
Elon Musk is smart as well. And then you look at all the governments that he's fighting against, right? Like the South African government, the Trudeau in Canada, in Mexico, all those countries, they're run by just career politicians who always block smart people from being involved.
Right.
So that's what they're doing. They'll be like, oh, you look at the South African government. South Africa has a lot of smart people, right? But you look at the government, it's just filled with traditional politicians who have no skills whatsoever. They don't even know what to do. Same with Canada, just Trudeau and his friends and all that. So it is what it is, man.
Canada tried,
but it's fun to watch.
Canada tried the same a long time ago. Like they're doing it for decades already. They offering bunch of money and land and everything for families who is ready to move. The problem with Canada is what their their tax and everything is not very good, and the rest is the climate stuff. Like they asking you to move in the worst climate situation when you live right now. Like those winters are no joke. As Russian, I can tell you, as Russian. because even here it's like them a version of what's going on in Canada during the winter time.
Yeah, so it looks like everything is basically cooked. Trump is down 2%, Jupiter down. The only thing winning is ENA. Now, why is ENA winning? It's simply because Trump mentioned stablecoin, and ENA is one of the major players in the stablecoin play. I'm so surprised to why Ando is dumping, because it's definitely supposed to be pumping to this news. Hopefully something comes out of there and people would know. So we got Seaside Thug says, slave in the US better than being under threat of death every day in South Africa. Now, I would tell you here, Seaside, you're probably American. It's not in South Africa. In South Africa, it's not like there. I'll keep it real with you. There is no genocide of farmers in South Africa where people are literally going out. So let's go, unalive all the farmers.
Okay. Wait. I'm sorry. This is bizarre. How can you even make up the phrase genocide of the farmers? Like, why farmers specifically? It's like to say let's genocide
sure. I can explain it to you.
Okay, all right, go ahead.
So what's happening is that sometimes you get all these you get a lot of poor people who will always find something to attack, right? Because there's also an ideology of like, okay, we want the economy back, and there's land issue that has not been resolved. That the natives want their land back, which was stolen hundreds of years ago, right? Let's say 100 or 200 years ago. Now, there are obviously some almost like terrorists sometimes, right? That would just take advantage of this narrative and go try to take someone else's land, or they would just want to steal from a farmer who is rich somewhere. But the truth is that there is no organized thing of like, let's take all of them out and let's take all the white people out, all the farmers out. It's not really like that. It's just criminals. People are stealing. Now, if I go to South Africa and you go to South Africa today, both of us are going to be scared of the same thing. Crime is rampant, just like in London, just like in Brazil. It's just a crime-heavy country. Just like if I go to Detroit, I'm more likely going to get robbed, or if I go to California.
I don't know if I can say it or not, but I'm not scared at all because I have no such propaganda as high crime in Africa. Like in my mind, as Russian guy who not watching Russian TV but watching Russian media anyway, Africa is just pretty poor place where there is some pretty extremistic groups of people who obtain like AK-47 and all of this stuff, but they are controlled. Like not like but there are certain areas where you don't want to go, but the rest is just fine.
Sure,
you are free to go to Tanzania and go through.
You've been there. You've been to Zanzibar.
Yeah, I've been in Zimbabwe. I've been in Zimbabwe. At the same with Brazil.
You've been to Zimbabwe or Tanzania?
No, Zimbabwe. Oh no, not Zimbabwe. Zanzibar.
Zanzibar is Tanzania.
Yeah, Zanzibar. So, and the same with Brazil. I was in Brazil. I was in Sao Paulo and I was in Rio. And there was no danger. I've been in favelas. I've been everywhere. If you are not going specifically to get in trouble, you will not get into trouble. This is my point. This is exactly what I'm talking about. But maybe it's just a little bit different propaganda because it's the first time in my life when I start to hearing what there is racism and all this stuff in South Africa. From you, Trump, and Elon Musk. Nobody else told me before.
Yeah, it's a big thing right now. It's just like, I don't know how to explain it, man. You got an issue where there's an ongoing conflict in South Africa. It's always been there, white, blacks. But the biggest problem is bad governance. The government has no idea what they're doing, like completely zero idea, And then there are other groups that are saying, well, if the government is ruining everything, why don't we just have our own country within the country? Like a lot of white people, there is a group of not a lot, but there's a group of white people who are pushing to have their own little country. And they're doing this through, some of them have their own, they bought private land and set up a new small village called Orania, where it's only Afrikaner people that live there. And then you got people who are anti that because they're like, this is going to turn out to be another Israel. So you have all the underlying issue that the country's economy is not growing. So poverty has become much worse, especially for the black majority, which was supposed to be better since now their government is in power, but that's not what's happening. So everybody is frustrated, and when there are different groups of people and everybody's not doing well, conflict happens because it's finger pointing. You're the problem. This one's saying you're the problem. The only way how people to stop fighting in any group or any community is prosperity. You need to get rich. People stop fighting. You see it in crypto all the time. When everything is going up, we are all
Nobody's
happy.
blaming anybody.
Nobody's complaining. The market, when the moment the market starts crashing, there's finger fighting. Oh my God, this guy is a scammer. This guy is the reason why I bought this coin, because he was putting it on his YouTube channel. Now I lost money. It's the same. So you need to always keep on growing the economy. Otherwise, people will find something to blame each other, and then conflict happens. So that's
there is an actual problem with reviews in Google Maps. Is what you will always leave the review is if you had bad experience, but you will never ever think to leave the 5-star review if you had perfect experience and greatest time of your life, because you are just enjoying.
Right. It's exactly the same. So look, and then what's happening is just Trump is using this advantage to steal labor, like really quality farmers from South Africa, and keep them in his country so that they can pump up the US economy. That's what's happening. But look, there is no genocide in South Africa, like no way. I've lived there for many years, and I know the situation on the ground. Most of my best friends are still there. So there is no such thing as genocide.
The only genocide is going on, and it's a coffee in my apartment. Like whatever coffee is in here is always finished in a matter of one day.
Okay, so interesting thing here. Somebody's asking about Nick Cannon stuff. So Nick Cannon launched a coin called Widening Out.
Widening Out, all right.
Yeah, Nick Cannon, I think he has this show called Widening Out and all that, and he did his own coin. It's already down to $2 million now. Just another rug. He was playing with the whole Dev Portnoy narrative and all that, a little Twitter beef, and it just not working. So my point right now with celebrity meme coins right now, just stay away. It's not going to work. Even Ronaldinho launched his own coin a couple of days ago. It failed because the market conditions just not. It's not about that right now.
Yeah, even though Ronaldinho is, I believe he left the option to mint and basically control the coins, right?
Yeah,
is what I heard. Is what I heard. I never checked.
Yeah. So now, as to end up this stream, I'll just say this, guys. It looks like the market has failed. The market has failed, and Trump is not going to help us today. Maybe something great is going to come out, but if it doesn't come out in the next hour, you're better off shorting Bitcoin in the very short term, like in the next 24 hours, because the market is likely to tank, and also Trump coin is more likely going to tank. So I would say, looking at the Bitcoin chart, you should already prepare long positions and also buy the dips around $80,000, because we're more likely going to visit that area. But also, there is nothing stopping us from visiting the $70,000, but that's going to be momentarily. So you have to make sure you have your buy orders at 70,781, 72,223, and somewhere around 80,583. You have to prepare all these levels and do it now, because things are, and then for altcoins, they will drop much value. Things like Trump coin and all that, they will lose a lot of value. You also have to take advantage of that, buy the dips, because when the market returns, everything is going to send.
Are we already calling Trump coin as an altcoin?
Say what?
Are we already calling Trump coin as an altcoin?
No, it's still a meme coin. It's not really an altcoin, But it's just that as the market do well, Trump coin, I think, if Trump is pumping crypto, his coin is also going to keep going up. And also we have to remember, Trump only have to say one or two things for the fate of his coin to change around. He can just come out and say something positive. Anybody who is holding X amount of Trump, they can do A, B, Y, and C. Or we can get a Trump coin ETF as the first meme coin to ever get an ETF because it's a historical moment, and then everything else goes up from there.
I'm waiting what Trump will just do nothing with crypto for next month, and then all of a sudden he will just launch an actual reserve, and the price will just skyrocket.
Yeah, that's
the thing is
that's a very smart perspective. Actually, you're right.
I really think so, and the reason for it is not only because like they have to prepare they have to convince the Congress, they have to prepare tons of laws, they have to drop all the lawsuits and all the stuff, but also there is so much stuff is going on right now around the world. I'm not even speaking about South Africa, and this is like case. There is also Canada, Mexico, Russia, Ukraine, Israel, Palestine. There is also China. There is also like I can continue it as Panama. There is also El Salvador. Bunch of stuff is going on, and just crypto is not in the like. If you're launching everything at the same time, you obviously can just you can do worse than you could if you just focused on one thing. So I guess he will be ending like the very important stuff the first, and then he will just pump the price of cryptocurrency. Easy way.
Yeah, I can see that happening where he deliberately keeps quiet about crypto, that people will be wondering, oh, what happened? And then they'll be accumulating, and then boom, he would just come up with the biggest story ever.
Right.
Yeah. All right, bro. I think we can rug the stream right now.
I think so, yeah.
Him Crypto says rug pulling is an order of the day in crypto right now. You are absolutely right. That's what the market has become. But Tabelo Younger say, can you create a coin called genocide? I know it is more. I mean, I don't think that's a completely bad idea, but not tonight. Let's say on tomorrow's stream, let's create a coin, call it South Africa Genocide or something like that. And then we just pump it. Because, the funny thing about South Africa is that people make fun of everything. So everything that is happening that's serious with Trump and, the country, if you watch South African TikTok, the jokes are just like next level. So,
are they living like the same as in Tanzania, where they just Hakuna Matata and don't care?
No. Look, South Africa is a very advanced country.
I wasn't calling them not advanced. It's just like the way they're living.
Yeah, but look, Tanzania, it cannot even be compared at all. Like South Africa has a system. It has things even in South Africa that are better than in Europe or in the US. The banking system, the apps, the EFT system work really well. Even the accommodation, hospitality, some infrastructure is really, really good. But it's just that the government have no idea what they're doing. That's the only
only problem. Yeah, a small issue in there. This part. All right. Yeah, I think it's a good idea to rug the stream. Nothing actually is going on in cryptocurrency. We'll see all the statements, and I believe Gray will keep posting you on X about everything what's going on. You're doing very well at this part. I'm getting my crypto news out of his page on X, so make sure you hit the subscribe button on his page to not miss any of this news. And I think we'll see you guys tomorrow with
tomorrow we stream.
Yeah, with more interesting information, because right now the market have to realize what nothing is gonna happen, because everybody was overhyped, like literally.
But by the way, Alex, I figured out something now for streaming. Like,
all right,
I'm using this thing called
StreamYard.
No, I'm using StreamYard. And it's in my browser, and it's working really smoothly. My stream has not been affected anymore today. So I think this is going to be my new standard right now.
All right. Sounds good.
And lastly, we have people here talking about Mu Deng. They're like, oh, Mu Deng dead. Right now, Mu Deng is dead. No volumes whatsoever. However, these are the days the money is made in the dips, guys. Just remember that. Look at this chart. Completely out of whack. things are looking really bad. And if crypto keeps on going down, this situation is going to get worse. But what I want you to understand is, if things keep going sideways, Mudang is basically close to, the bottom of the bottom. However, Coinbase listing is already there. However, the biggest market maker in crypto is market making for Mudang, and that is Winamute. So it's just a matter of time. Now, it just depends whether you're going to hold on so much or you're going to quit quickly. Or if you're smart, you're just going to keep on buying the dips and buying the dips, because when the market returns, you're going to get paid back handsomely, right? That's basically the end of the deal. So I'm holding a lot of Mudang, and I'm down bad. I came from 6 figures. I had $600,000 worth of Mudang, which is now maybe $60,000. My portfolio is down just like yours. So don't be too hard on yourself, guys. The only thing that I'm shorting right now is Pi Network. And if you're looking for ideas, this is an idea that I can give anybody. If you have money to spare, let's say $500 or $5,000, $50,000, depending on how much capital you have, you can allocate a little bit of it to short the market, let's say BTC, to $70,000 and just wait. But you should be willing to lose this money if it doesn't work out. Don't use a lot of leverage. You can just short it and wait.
Definitely.
Don't use a lot of leverage until it gets to that number. And if it does, you make life-changing money. Bang. I'll leave it at that. Okay, bro. Alex, thanks for the stream. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
And see you guys tomorrow.
Yeah,
great day for Bitcoin. If you're watching, subscribe, like the video, follow me. I'm posting a lot of good value. And I have links that will make you guys money. If you sign up on Bybit, on BullX, on CoinW, anything in crypto using my links, you get free money, you get free bonuses, and low prices and discounts. So take advantage of them. Alex, you have anything last to say?
No, guys, thank you so much for being with us. Just so you know, it's not the first time, it's not the last time. There will be always days like this. Don't be disappointed. Go and watch the sun or watch the Netflix with your girl or whatever. Just know what the life doesn't end where the Trump is not saying anything cool about Bitcoin or XRP or Fartcoin strategic reserve. Everything is gonna happen one way or another. We'll be fine. Thank you so much. Stay tight. See you tomorrow, guys.
Cheers, bro.